Gooseberry Natural Feed was created to provide healthy products, basic nutrition, and enhance the digestive system and process in all equines. Gooseberry has certified organic ingredients for a total health feed. To learn more about Gooseberry Natural Feed, contact them at gooseberrynaturalfeed.net. Woodstar Products offers custom stalls for every barn and every barn style. Woodstar offers top quality design, construction, and customer service for every stall and barn need you can come up with. Custom built for you. Design your own stall with their new system online at woodstarproducts.com. Check them out. That's Woodstar Products. Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Speaking of Horses. We are here at Little Trails Horse Camp. And we're here to go on a trail ride exciting day. We've got a great weekend planned. You know what we're going to show you here at Little Trails Horse Camp, which is located near Martinsville, Indiana. Beautiful country. There's great trail riding, great camp, great people. But we're going to show you some things that happen here, like a clinic with Gary Lane on gaited horses. Also a Civil War reenactment. That's been going on. We're going to take a little tour of the place, let you see a man cave full of old Oliver tractors and the like, all here at the Little Trails Horse Camp. You want to get away and have a great time, come here, a nice private campground. You'll love it. Let's go back here and see what's going on. Well, again, on Speaking of Horses, we are here at the Little Trails Horse Camp, and we're having a ball down here. I mean, we've just seen all kinds of things. You guys do a lot of great events down here. It's a nice camp. It's a gorgeous day. Look at it. I'm standing here right now with Herb Cook, and Herb is the manager of the camp and the facility here. So tell us a little bit about the camp itself. You're located not too far out of Martinsville, Indiana, which is not too far south of Indianapolis, and how people get a hold of you about coming down here and participating.
Well, we are in Green Township on Skunkhollow Road in Martinsville. You can get a hold of me at 765-315-9635, and we're also on the internet at www.wallacehorsefarms.com. We have a little over 200 acres of ground here, privately owned, and about 10 miles of trails. We hold ACTA rides, and we're going to do an extreme horse and rider competition this year that we'll be sponsoring ourselves. And we have several other scheduled rides, and all those are posted on the website also.
Well, you can check it all out. I know that during the course of this show you're watching right now, we're having a lot of fun between a Civil War reenactment, between Gary Lane's gaited horse clinic that's going on, Dutch oven cooking, all these things. This is all in one weekend.
Yes, it is. We are very busy this weekend.
Well, it's a beautiful campground. We've been showing you some shots here through the show of the campground, the terrain, nice trails to ride, so we encourage you all to get a hold of them. Again, what's the website again?
www.wallacehorsefarms.com.
All right, and it's called the Little Trails Horse Camp. And we're right here with one of our friends right here that didn't make it all the way around the trail. Herb, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Stay with us right here on Speaking of Horses. We got a lot more coming. We're trail riding this weekend and all the things that go with it. Well, hey, speaking of horses, we are here in just outside Martinsville, Indiana, and we're at the Little Trails Campground, trail riding, a lot of things. We're showing you a lot of things happening here all weekend. We're showing you the, Dutch oven cooking, the Civil War reenactment, clinics with Mr. Gary Lane, and Gary's the guest right now. So, Gary, welcome, and tell us a little bit about the clinics that you're doing here as you travel around and kind of do the personalized clinics.
Well, we're blessed to be able to work with the horse in many different ways. And one of the things that we really like is when we come to a clinic like this, I try to keep the clinic between 5 and 10 students, preferably 5. And we'll be able to do 2 to 3 days of individual attention, because we want the people to enjoy their horse. We want them to be able to go out on the trail. We want them to have fun. We want them to be able to come back safely. And especially, Wayne, riding the gaited horse, we want them to go out, ride 6 hours, come back in, then go dancing that evening. That's what the gaited horse brings to the trail community. He's NCAA Division I, and he's growing by leaps and bounds every year. So we try to do a clinic that is designed to calm the horse's mind so people can be safe. That's the key to it. The safer they are, the better they are.
Well, and like you were talking, when you're at a facility like this where you've got a smaller number of people, it's not at a big horse expo where you got hundreds or thousands in the stands. When you've got a few people signed up for these clinics, you can literally get right with them and really sort out their individual problems.
Well, that's the key to it. And, I did just about all the horse expos, been through there, and met a lot of wonderful people there. But what you have here is you can isolate the problem. You can find out what the problem is. Then you can develop a course of action that puts probably 85 to 95% of the people successful on the trails and enjoying their horse.
Well, that's it. And I don't care what kind of horse you're riding. The first and foremost thing is you want to have fun with your horse and be safe and as they would say, be able to do it again tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. Just enjoy yourself and have fun and work with the horse and work with the horse's mind. And, over the years, and I've been doing a lot of clinics, I do a lot, probably more than just anybody in America. And one of the things is if you got a better horse, you make a better person.
That is so true. Now, Gary, if somebody wants to contact you about your clinics, how do they get a hold of you? What's your website and your contact data?
Well, you can call me at Windswept Stables or at windsweptstables@hotmail.com, or you can go to my webpage, windsweptstables.net.
Well, we're going to put that right here on the screen so you'll be able to see that. And well, we're just happy to visit with you here in just outside Martinsville, Indiana.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. The last time I seen you was in, I think it was Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or Boston, or somewhere up on the East Coast, and it's great. I think our webcams and our web TVs is just going to be the future.
Yeah. Well, Gary, we appreciate it very much. Thank you. Now, let's watch just a little bit of Gary in action right here at the Little Trails Horse Camp. We'd like to make your dreams come true at Active Riding Trips. Whether you're an active horseman, avid horseman, or part-time horseman, you can enjoy Active Riding Trips. You can ride the Gold Rush ride in the mountains of California near the Gold Rush Find, the hills of New England and Vermont, Virginia fox hunting, Tuscany to Ireland, and to South America. It's all there for you. You'll be treated like a king or a queen at ActiveRidingTrips.com. Get a hold of them, make your dreams come true, and make memories. Andis, professional, lightweight, versatile grooming tools for a best-in-show finish with every stroke. With Andis Power Stroke, you have a heavy-duty, high-speed, power groom for professional results every time you clip. Also, get great horse grooming tips from Dana Boyd Miller and from Andis. Check us out at andis.com, also on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, my name's Gary Lane. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody that's watching to share with us some of our ideas on training the gaited horse in Indiana. It's just a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to work with people, and it's a pleasure to be with people that are having fun with gaited horses. The future is with the gaited horse. The gaited horse is NCAA Division I now as far as the trail riding for the smooth ride, and it's fun to be here. I'd like to take just the opportunity to share with you and our students some on the bit and off the bit and how we was working the horses yesterday to get these horses to come on more. Now, the more round the horse gets and the more in the right position we get the horse, the better our horse's top line becomes. So let's take a look at just this picture. Let's look together just as a group. And if you see here, now look. Bend over. Now here's where your horses are right now. Everybody bend over with Mr. Lane. There we go. That's where we want your horse. So how do you do that? Well, you connect the reins to the mouth by using the feet. So, yeah.
Hey, we can buy us them things that goes across your back like that, makes you stay up that way. Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't brace up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just what I need.
So you got to understand, see, when you're riding your horse, sometimes this is your lower back. You get locked back there, and you can't do nothing because you're so stiff. Okay, and look, age doesn't have a play into this thing. Scoliosis and all these other deformities doesn't play into this thing. It's not going to play into it, so you don't have no excuse for not loosening the back. You can loosen the back. The back will accommodate you. I've seen people with all sorts of pins, hinges, and screws and nails in their back. Now, and you can learn to loosen that up. Hear how nice that is?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now what? Here it comes. Keep going.
Not good at all.
Keep going. So you get into that problematic issues with it. So you get where you just can't find that nice feel. So anyway, so there's what we want to do is we want to be able to bring the horse onto the bit and get the horse supple. Once he becomes supple, we want to be able to get to the point where we don't have to pull and hold down. That is what it's all about. See, she's avoiding that all that hold down there. It's okay. There's a nice gate right there. Stick your hand out a little farther, honey. Go nice one. Nice one. Okay, just let her get used to her environment. Let her realize that there's not holes over there. Go to a soft 2, 3,
You are not eating stuff
4,
right now.
4. Oh, your hands are wrong. 4. Get your 5 over your hands. There you go. Slide her through that mud over there a little bit. Let her get used to feeling it. See, she thinks there's boogers over there. She's got to realize, that's going to hurt her. She's finding her way through.
Good girl.
Good.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good. That's a little reverse shoulder in right there.
Good girl.
Good. Come on, let her find it. Just a few minutes, let her find it. Find them boogers. Good. All right, now, come over here. And address me with your horse. Stop right there. Okay, now you want to stand still. Now you got to go 1.
Let me just get the split reins. I'm not used to doing it with
That's
split.
okay. 2.
Ho.
2. You're going to have to go back and come back again. You're going to keep working there. Because you're doing fine. You're doing fine. There's nice. You hear that thumper sound? That's the way to keep her active right there, Sandy. Now, Sandy. Stop the camera.
Well, we're still here in Martinsville, Indiana, just outside Martinsville. We are at the Little Trails Horse Camp, And part of the activity, we're going to show you in a little bit, we're going to show you the Dutch oven cooking and the like, but part of this crew of Dutch oven cookers, shall I say, Melinda Tao is with me, but Melinda has another talent we're going to showcase here. If you see this beautiful, this is a leopard.
It is actually a, you might call it a black panther. Some people say there is no such thing as a black cougar. Some say they are. So you could call it whichever one you want to call it.
But you were trained as a taxidermist, and you've taken this a little bit different approach with your wildlife and nature concept. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing here.
Yes, I was a real taxidermist for 9 years, and the talent I got, so many people would love to possess a recreation of nature, but they don't like to hunt or do that end of it. So I got to thinking to come up with a way to create the realistic looking animal, just like you would find in nature, but you don't have to kill him. No animals were harmed in the making of these, and they are legal to purchase. A lot of times the real thing is illegal to purchase.
So this is actually, this is a frame inside here that is a man-made frame,
Yes.
and then it is also man-made material to make the skin, and you actually put it together in a great setting, and from 3 feet away you can't tell the difference.
Nope. Yes, there is everything on him is man-made. There is nothing real on him.
And if you were ever looking at purchasing some of the real, you know, like I saw at the Hoosier Horse Fair, you had a buffalo head that was gorgeous, and a lot of things. Those get quite pricey. These are priced much more reasonable.
Oh, by far. The real buffalo head for a small one would start out somewhere around $1,500 to $2,000. I can do a buffalo head for around $600. And like the big longhorns, they start out too in the thousands, and I can do one for starting out around $6,000.
Well, how do people get a hold of you?
We have a website. The name of our company is Wildlife and Nature Concepts, and our website is wildlifeandnatureconcepts.com.
Well, check it out, because there's some great stuff here, and you'll enjoy it. Thank you, Melinda.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we're going to go Dutch oven cooking here in just a moment. Humane manufacturing mats reduce bedding costs. They cushion animals' joints and muscles. Mats will not absorb moisture and animal fluids. You know, all of our recycled rubber mats and rubber floor products are made using only the best of the best, clean, green, and recycled. Antibacterial and antifungal agents are added during the manufacturing process, guaranteed not to curl or buckle, as you see here. Rubber mats use the Lock Tough system. Use Humane Manufacturing stall mats for all of your needs.
It was nothing but rough. Stars on water all over it. The man said he got it out of it. It's got a fuel line leak in it, got fixed it. So we get that bolt pad and leave it at. And that's what it looks like. And I was a bit. Herbie, he gonna put a metal ceiling in it. Man overboard, but he made my big sign over like over there. Or that one back here.
All right, we're going to talk Dutch oven cooking here. Of course, we're still showing off some of Melinda's work right here. This is a beautiful steer head that we're using as a backdrop. But we're going to talk Dutch oven cooking, and with me is Bob has joined Melinda and I. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to do here in Dutch oven cooking.
Well, we
seem to do it a little different than most Dutch oven cookers do. We use a low impact approach to the Dutch oven cooking, and by that we don't have to have a campfire, we don't have to have a campfire ring, and certainly we don't have to dig a hole in the ground or anything like that. We use a product called a volcano stove, which allows us to Dutch oven cook without using all these old techniques that cause impact on the resource. And with that and charcoal, we're able to cook a full meal just like you would cook one in your oven at home. So our approach to it is just a little bit different, and when you come over and watch us cook some of that, you'll see how it works.
Well, we're gonna see how they do it. We're gonna watch a few things go together, and we are going to be sampling some of the work.
Oh yes, yeah, it's good. Tonight we're having
Poor man's steak, beans, corn on the cob, potatoes, and for dessert we're going to do a black cherry cobbler and upside down pineapple cake.
Oh man! Now I'll tell you what, they travel around quite a bit of the United States, and Bob, I understand, is the expert Dutch oven cooker here, but they do a lot of campsites where they go in and teach you how to Dutch oven cook. You have the material. You not only do you teach them, you've got books about it, and you've got all of the things that people would need to get started.
That's correct. We do Dutch oven classes where we actually have a 2-day class, a weekend class for people who learn how to Dutch oven cook, and we put on packing clinics as well. So we do travel around the Mid-South and the Deep South showing people how to do it this way.
Well, we're going to show them how it's done right now. We're going to see this dinner come together. And sort of like Grandpa Jones used to say on Hee Haw, and what's for dinner, right? So let's go do it.
That's it. We'll get this stuff going here, and about 6 o'clock we'll have a good meal.
All right, we're going to show you how this goes together, so stay with us. All right, this is the Dutch oven that we're going to start preparing the food in. So we're going to watch as this meat, and this is a poor man's steak dinner, I do believe.
Yes.
So watch as we put this in. Mushroom gravy going in right on top of those burgers.
Now we're going to simmer this all for about 20 minutes. Let that soup, or mushroom soup, work into that burger. And we've got corn cooking and potatoes coming up, so we'll have it all ready for you in just a bit. Put charcoal around the edge of the volcano stove, and this is what that is one of the volcano stoves. The Dutch oven fits right down into the stove. Take the lid off the trivet, put it on there, and we'll let her go for about 20 minutes. I'll lift that up in about 15 and you can see what it looks like. Put chicken in there, some chicken quarters, and you want to brown it. Well, you take the lid off your Dutch oven, put this over the top, and
And here we go with a little poor man's steak right out of that Dutch oven. We've also got mashed potatoes,
One or two.
green beans and corn. Dutch oven cooking at its best, right?
Yes.
A little bit of gravy, please.
Gravy.
We're looking at a typical Civil War 1860s camp and how they would be functioning during the Civil War. Reenactment group will be coming up here shortly. So the question is, do you have somebody that makes your outfits? Do you make them yourselves? Is there a supplier? Or how about the, all of the replica uniforms and things you use?
Some of the uniforms we make ourselves. Some of them we purchase from Sutlers. Sutler is a mercantile that carries period clothing and accoutrements that we need. Our A lot of our leather gear is made by our captain. He learned to make saddles about 20 years ago and has kind of supplied our needs for saddles, bridles, halters, pistol belts, and things since then.
Up. Dress. Column of 2 to a line by your right. Mark. No. From a column of 2 into a line by your right. In place. Rest. By your left. Wheel. Arrow, slow down. Front. By your left. Wheel. Slowly, slowly. My file. My file. Into line to the right. Into line by the right. March. Fire in the hole. Go ahead. Fire by file. Hold him. Right. Located. Let's wheel. Make ready. Fire. Fire. Load them up. Now they're empty. Charge. Right wheel. March.
I'm Captain Rob Brock with the 7th Indiana Cavalry. We're a reenacting group basically based out of the Indianapolis area, and some of us are in other parts of the state of Indiana. We portray a Union cavalryman from the 7th Indiana. We go to reenactments all over the United States, portraying the 7th. We live and fight just like the cavalry did in the 1860s.
Speaking of horses is made possible by Equessentials Horse Care Products. For products developed by a horse person, for horse people, and horse use. Please check out Equessentials Horse Products. They have all the products you need to perfectly care for your horse's coat and physical appearance and well-being. Equessentials.